Legendary actor and director Clint Eastwood is showing he's not letting age slow him down after making a rare public appearance in California ahead of his 94th birthday. The filmmaker was spotted attending a speaking event hosted by renowned conservationist Drive. Jane Goodall in his adoptive hometown of Carmel by the Sea late last month. The $95 ticketed event, Reasons for Hope, was held at the local Sunset Cultural Center, where elderly Eastwood sat front row and center. He also joined the famed primatologist backstage at the reception open to VIP guests. At 93 years old, the film icon, dressed in blue checkered flannel shirt, gray slacks, and sneakers, appeared advanced in age but still in high spirits, footage obtained by Daily Mail. Com shows. Eastwood, whose bushy white beard and hair were in full display, was accompanied by an assistant, but was sprightly enough to get up on stage on his own. The March 24th event, presented by the Wildlife Conservation Network, was billed as a stop in fellow nonagenarian Jane Goodall's 90th birthday tour, according to the venue's website. Goodall celebrated the milestone days later on April 3. A photo shared by an attendee on social media showed Goodall and a very disheveled Clint Eastwood chatting at the reception, which took place an hour before the main event. Like the primatologist, the Hollywood legend is no stranger to primates, having starred in 1978 film Every Which Way But Loose alongside his orangutan sidekick Clyde. Eastwood, who turns 94 next month, has seen a successful storied career in film, and even a 2-year stint as mayor of Carmel by the Sea, over a span of 7 decades. Despite his advanced years, Eastwood remains active on set and is currently directing and producing upcoming film, Juror No. 2, starring Nicholas Hoult and Toni Collette. The thriller began shooting in June 2023 and is expected to be Eastwood's last. And while the acclaimed star is best known for his award-winning movies and spaghetti westerns, his colorful love life often overshadowed his impressive strides in the movie industry. The Hollywood legend went through multiple failed marriages, faced numerous allegations of infidelities, and fathered 8 children with 6 different women over the years. But despite being embroiled in scandal after scandal and earning a fierce reputation as a womanizer, it's been said that Clint was an extremely dedicated father who worked tirelessly to protect each of his children and give them as normal of a childhood as possible. He raised his kids on a ranch in Carmel, California, far away from the razzle and dazzle of Hollywood, where they were surrounded by nature and animals. One of his sons, Scott, once reflected on his upbringing: "There were no handouts. It wasn't like that. It was like, get a job. You want something, go out and get a job and make a career for yourself." His daughter Morgan has also insisted, "I had an average American childhood for the most part. I think a big part of that was due to being raised in a small town away from the spotlight. While Clint did his best to shield his kids from the public eye when they were little, he did just the opposite once they got older. In fact, he gave almost all of his children, except for his eldest daughter, Lori Murray, who was put up for adoption and didn't find out the star was her dad until decades later, roles in his movies when it came time for them to start their careers. In fact, he gave almost all of his children, except for his eldest daughter, Lori Murray, who was put up for adoption and didn't find out the star was her dad until decades later, roles in his movies when it came time for them to start their careers. And while he may have helped them get their foot in the door, most of them ultimately didn't make it in the industry and left Hollywood to pursue other careers.